now. Okay, so we are on the lime green foldable. Find one on the front side where you don't have anything on currently. Okay, and please write the top if, and I'm going to have to flip this so it's going to make a lot of noise, be prepared. And I'm going to zoom in. Apologize for the noise. If you are looking for an angle and you have two sides. Okay, this one's very, very, very different. Please underline angle. I'll give you highlighters in just a minute because this one's very, very different than the ones we've been doing. This one, you are looking for an angle, not a side. So you're going to use inverse trigonometry. Okay, please make sure you have that written down. And then if you have a highlighter, highlight this whole entire thing because I want you to remember that's different. Okay, so if you have a highlighter, go ahead and highlight this whole entire piece. Okay, so yellow might not be the best color, but go ahead, highlight. This is going to be very different than the ones we've been doing. The other three that we've been doing were when we're looking for sides. This one is where you're looking for angles. So if you have a dark color highlighter, you can highlight inverse, angle. That's very important. Very, very important. Alright, we're about to write the inside. In the inside, it's really important that you use space wisely so it can all fit. Okay, so please write this at the top. How, this is inside, how to use inverse trig. Okay, and that's just abbreviation for trigonometry. How to use inverse trig. Step 1. Label X inside. X is going to be the angle that you're looking for. We're not looking for sides anymore. We're going to be looking for an angle. Angles is notated by being inside the triangle. Okay, so you can open yours up inside. Okay. So once you label X, you're going to circle X. Just like we circle the angle, we circle X because X is the angle. Okay, so we label X, X goes inside, it's an angle, angles go inside, and we circle X. Normally we circle the acute angle when we do trigonometry. Then, after we circle X, we label opposite. We've done that before. Okay, then we label hypotenuse. And hypotenuse, let me call somebody in here, is across what? Diego, it's across from 90. Yep, very good. Okay, opposite is an opposite across X. Okay? Number 5, we label opposite, hypotenuse, and then adjacent. Remember, adjacent is the leftover one. Step 6, we label opposite, hypotenuse, adjacent. Step 6, this time you're going to write something a little bit different. I have, and this time you're going to have two sides. Okay? And then you write, I'm looking for an angle. Okay? When you look for an angle, you're going to have two sides and you're looking for an angle. When you're looking for an angle, you're going to use inverse trig. Okay? You're going to have to change the settings on your calculator. Okay? When I say inverse trig, that's just something you type in your calculator. Give Sine calculator. Oops, oops, oops. Okay, you have to change the settings on the calculator. And we're going to write down, it says calculator. Okay, so we're going to use inverse trig. When you're looking for an angle, you're going to use inverse trig. And we have to change the settings on the calculator, which I will show you right now. If you don't have a calculator, please go get one. I'm about to turn this over. Okay, so go ahead and turn this over, please. Sorry for the noise. Directly behind it, we're going to write the inverse trig functions. Okay? They are going to be on the notes, which you'll find on my big campus also. So here's the first one. Please write this down. Sine inverse will be opposite over hypotenuse. Okay? Those numbers go inside the parentheses. Inverse, do you see how they both have this -1? That -1 as the exponent is how we write inverse in math. Would be adjacent. Inverse of cosine would be adjacent over hypotenuse. Inverse of tangent would be opposite over adjacent. Okay, those are the three that we're going to use. And then we'll do an example shortly. So I'm going to have you write down the steps of how to change the settings on your calculator. Okay, so here's how you change the settings. Okay, press the home button first. Then, so if you're here, I'll show you what it looks like. You're going to press the home button. Focus. Okay, you're going to go to number 5, which is settings. This looks really bad, so let me try to get it to focus real quick for you. It's just too dark, too bright. Okay, you're going to go to number 2. Once you press number 5, settings, you go to settings, which is number 2. Then you go to number 1 where it says general. Then it gives you a pop-up screen. Let me see if I can move this some way. Okay, there we go. You're going to go to the second one. It says angle. You're going to change it to degree. You're going to change, so that means you're going to scroll. You're going to have to click that button. And yours is going to be set on radians, which you'll learn when you're in pre-cal. You're going to change it to degree. So click enter on degree. Make sure you go down and press OK in order for it to save your changes. So one more time. The home button, I'm going to write down for you. Then you press number 5, which is settings. Step 3, you press 2, which is settings again. Then you press number 1, which is general. Okay, and you change to degree. Okay, and then that'll be 5, and then press 6, you press OK. You have to do that before you type it in the calculator, otherwise it will not do it correctly. And those are the notes.